Good day, students. I'm Dr. Rachna Mathur, and we are discussing The Second Coming by W.B. Yeats. First, we will discuss about the writer William Butler Yeats. William Butler Yeats was born on 13 June 1865 and he died on 28 January 1839. He was an Irish poet. So remember this for your short questions that he was an Irish poet, dramatist, prose writer, and one of the foremost figures of the 20th century literature. A pillar of the Irish literary establishment. So he was a pillar of the Irish literary establishment. He had to found the Abbey Theatre and in his later years served two terms as a senator of the Irish Free State. He was a driving force behind the Irish literary revival along with Lady Gregory, Edward Martin, and others. I'm repeating because it is important. He was a driving force behind the Irish literary revival along with Lady Gregory, Edward Martin, and others. Yeats was born in Sandymount, Ireland, and educated there and in London. He was a Protestant and a member of the Anglo Irish community. He spent childhood holidays in County Sligo and studied poetry from an early age. When he became fascinated by Irish legends and the occult, these topics feature in the first phase of his work, which lasted roughly until the turn of the 20th century. His earliest volume of verse was published in 1889 and its slow paced and lyrical poems displayed depths to Edmund Spenser, Percy Bysshe Shelley, and other poets of the pre Raphaelite Brotherhood. I'm repeating, his earliest volume of verse was published in 1889 and its slow paced and lyrical poems displayed depths to Edmund Spenser, Percy Bysshe Shelley, and the poets of the pre Raphaelite Brotherhood. From 1900, his poetry grew more physical and realistic. So I'm repeating, from 1900, his poetry grew more physical and realistic. He largely renounced the transcendental beliefs of his youth, though he remained preoccupied with physical and spiritual masks as well as with cyclical theories of life. I'm repeating, he largely renounced the transcendental beliefs of his youth. This is important. Learn this word, transcendental beliefs of his youth. Though he remained preoccupied with physical and spiritual mass as well as with cyclical theories of life. In 1923, he was awarded the Nobel Prize in Literature. So, this is important. In 1923, he was awarded the Nobel Prize in Literature. So, now we will discuss the works of W.B. Yeats, and I would like that you should do some homework, and the homework is that you should write critical analysis of all the poems. And when the colleges will open, I will check your work, and every student who will bring his homework, I will gift him, or I would be pleased to give her a toffee. So every girl should bring her homework in a separate copy. That is important. You make a separate copy for your paper first and paper second, and write in your own words the critical analysis of all the poems prescribed in your course, and every student will be gifted with a toffee. Thank you, students.